everyone, welcome to eKnowledge Hub. I am Manjusha and in this video we are going to discuss countable and uncountable nouns. We have discussed types of nouns in our previous video and today we are going to learn countable and uncountable nouns. Nouns can be further classified into countable and uncountable nouns. What are countable nouns? Any noun which can be counted as 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. are called countable nouns. They generally refer to something that can be counted. Most nouns come under this category, and these countable nouns can be kept under singular and plural. If the noun is only one, that is singular. If more than one, plural. Before singular nouns, we can use articles ye or an. And before plural nouns, we can use the quantifiers or adjectives like many, some, a few, any, etc. Now let's see some examples. Look at this, pen. When you're talking about only one, which can be counted, we say one pen or a pen. If I have two, I can say two pens. I can count pens as 1 pen, 2 pens, 3 pens, 4 pens. So I can count the pens. So pen is a countable noun. For one, we can say a pen, and for more, I can say some pens or many pens or a few pens. So in the same way, we have many nouns which come under this category like bottle, bottles, car, cars, student, students, dog, dogs. So these are all countable nouns. Now let's look at these examples. I bought a chair yesterday. It indicates one chair. I have 6 chairs. I can count the chairs like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can say I have 6 chairs. We have many chairs. So here one, we'll say a. For more than one, we can say many, or we can use even the number before that countable noun. And let us see another set of examples. There is a girl and a boy. It indicates one girl and one boy. When I wanted to say particular number, I can use the number before these countable nouns like there are 10 girls and 10 boys. So I know particular number and I'm using 10 before the noun which is countable. I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 boys. In the same way 10 girls. But when the number is not definite and I'm not sure about the number, I can say there are some boys and girls. I'm not sure of the number, but I can count them as 1, 2, 3 and I can use this quantifier some. So the nouns which we can count as 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. are countable nouns. And now let's see uncountable nouns. As the name indicates, uncountable nouns are the nouns which we cannot count as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Yes, these are uncountable. We cannot count them. Hence, these nouns are called uncountable nouns or mass nouns. And they refer to something that cannot be counted, and these uncountable nouns should always be treated as singular nouns. Yes, all uncountable nouns are singular nouns. And before these nouns, we do not use articles ye or an. Instead, we use the quantifiers or adjectives like some, much, a little, any. Yes, we can use these quantifiers. Some can be used for either countable or uncountable. I have some pens. I can count pens. But can I count wisdom? No. Can I say you have 10 wisdoms, I have 20 wisdoms? No, we can't count wisdom. So I can say you have some wisdom. Yes. You can use some for either singular, that is countable nouns, or uncountable nouns. Look at these examples. Sugar, coffee, truth, wood, gold, childhood, happiness, angry, salt. These are uncountable. Let us take rice. If you take rice, we do not generally count the grains, 1 grain, 2 grains, 3 grains. Can we count the grains of 1 kg of rice? by the time we count, our half of the day completes, isn't it? So we generally do not count the rice like 1 rice, 2 rice, 3 rice. We don't count. We generally measure in other units. We generally measure rice in kgs. And patients. Can we count patients? I have 100 patients. You have 200 patients. No. Patience is uncountable. I have some patience. You have much patience. So it is uncountable. So we cannot use articles a or an. Instead, we can use some, much, a little, any. Do you have any patience? Yes. Look at this example. I want a coffee. Can we count coffee? 1 coffee, 2 coffees. No, coffee is uncountable. We cannot count coffee. So the first sentence is wrong. Look at the next sentence. I want a cup of coffee. Generally, we measure coffee like a cup of coffee, 2 cups of coffee, 3 cups of coffee, but we do not count coffee. He drank 3 cups of coffee yesterday. 3 cups of coffee is a right usage, but we should not say 3 coffee. Look at the next set of example. He gave me an advice. Remember, advice is uncountable noun and we cannot use articles before uncountable nouns as we discussed. If you wanted to say you got advice from some person, and you can use either he gave me some advice or I gave you a lot of advice. You can use a lot if you are talking about more, and if you are talking about some, you can use some before advice, but not an advice. It is wrong. You can use a piece of advice. That is also acceptable, but not an advice. In the same way, I want some rice is the correct usage. You cannot use I want 1 rice, 2 rice. It's improper to use 1, 2, 3 numbers before uncountable nouns. So, having learned countable and uncountable nouns, let us learn most confused terms, little and few. Generally, we use little or a little before uncountable nouns, and we use few or a few or the few before countable nouns. Is money countable or uncountable? We generally count like 1, 2, 3, 4 rupees, 5 rupees, 10 rupees, 100 rupees, 1000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, 1 lakh rupees, 1 million. We feel that money is countable. But guys, I'm not talking about the units of money. I'm talking about money. Can you count? I have 1 money, 2 monies, 3 monies, 4 monies, 5 monies. No, it's so absurd to count in that way, isn't it? So, money is uncountable, but rupee, dollar, yuan, these are countables. So, money is uncountable, so we should not use few before money. We have to use a little money. I have a little money. Or you can use less. I have less money than I expected. So, let us see some more examples. Patience, rice, water. These are all uncountable nouns and we generally use a little or the little or less. Now look at this set of examples. Pen. I can say I have a few pens with me. So here a few indicates some. But you should not say I have a little pens. Little is for uncountable, so we should not use a little for countable nouns. So we can use a few pens. And most of the people do mistake here by using less instead of fewer. For example, he has less friends is a common erratical usage by the people. But people, friends, persons are countable nouns. For that, we should not use less. Instead, we have to use fewer or few. He has fewer friends is a right usage but not less friends. Let us see some more examples. Toy. I gifted the baby a few toys. So a few indicates some. Toys we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Book. Can we count books or not? Yes, we can count books. So we can say I have a few books, indicate some books. So guys, this is all about countable and uncountable nouns. Hope you understand this concept well. I will definitely do a separate video on the uses of little, a little, the little and few, a few, the few, which is also important. Do practice and try to figure out which nouns are countable and which nouns are uncountable. See you in the next video. Till then, happy learning.